Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Freedom Incorporated, a lifestyle channel where we talk about a healthy mindset and starting and running your own online business. So if you haven't already clicked it, click the subscribe link below so that you can stay tuned. Today we're going to talk about 5 daily habits that can help you in your pursuit of success financially, personally, professionally, on every level. So the first one of 5 is to wake up early. So for me, I wasn't always an early riser. Sometimes I wanted to sleep in. Sometimes I, would sleep in for the whole day. So these types of habits, they can catch up with you, right? Maybe you thought it was okay for a couple days on the weekend, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to start getting into a routine where you are waking up early, you are getting ahead of yourself, you are preparing for the day, and you have a healthy routine that you just fall into as soon as you wake up. The last thing you want to do is start waking up early and then you don't actually know what you're going to do when you wake up. For me, when I used to sleep in a lot, that would be one of the problems because I didn't have a routine. So I didn't really know what I was going to do when I woke up. And maybe I didn't have something exciting that I was looking forward to. So I thought, why bother waking up early? So having a nice routine when you wake up, for example, brush your teeth, take a shower, feed your pets, go for a walk, go for a jog. Any of those items, if you have a routine, something that you're looking forward to when you're waking up, you're much more likely to actually pursue waking up early. And I can tell you myself, personal experience, the more days that I do wake up earlier, just the more stuff that I get done and the more confident I feel personally in my day-to-day life. I find on days when I sleep in, I'm not on top of my life, which is not a good feeling. So for me, I wake up most days at 4 a.m. That's really early, but I do start work very early. So for me, that's motivating. Maybe a more motivating time for you would be 7 a.m. Whatever it is, you set it in a book and you commit to it. It's when you're wishy-washy about things, when you don't have a goal set around waking up early, that it's not going to get done. Now, number 2, to use a calendar. So another way to motivate yourself in your daily life is to use a calendar. When you mark down important dates, you're going to be starting to think in a planning mentality, which is going to help you to get ahead again. When you have stuff that you're looking forward to, you're more excited about life. You know what's going to happen in the future because you've made a plan around it. So an example is, you've got a birthday coming up, right? So now you can begin to plan for the birthday. If you just sort of live without a calendar, you're just kind of living day to day, you're not going to have the same momentum that somebody who uses a calendar would have. All right, number 3, eat properly. So for me, this has been a struggle in my life. I don't know, I told you guys on another video that I struggled with bulimia when I was younger. So what that means is that I would skip meals all day and then I would binge eat at night and actually puke all of the food up. So I struggled with this disease for, I would say on and off, probably about 3 years. It was very stressful for me and it interfered with my ability to feel like I was well. I actually felt unwell, right? Felt like I was always hiding something and I wasn't being a normal person by participating in eating lunch with the team or, let's go out for coffee, right? I would often decline events like that because I was more focused on my bottom line, which was my bulimia, my avoidance of food, and then my binge eating at the end of the day. So this was a very unhealthy way of eating. And now I can say that I'm successfully recovered from my bulimia. I believe it's very important to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and to have some snacks mixed in there. On days when my eating does not go well, I can tell. And on days like that, I just look forward to a good sleep and starting fresh the next day. I really recommend having a routine for your eating. So when you wake up, you know what you're gonna have. Is it gonna be a chai tea? Is it gonna be a coffee? Is it gonna be some lemon water? What are you gonna do? And keep it similar every day, so it's like, okay, I wake up, I have a little bit of chai tea, and then around 11 I have a protein bar, right? Then at 1:30 I have some soup and a little sandwich, right? All the way to dinner time and then to a snack before bed. Keep it pretty similar every day so that your diet is dependable, so that you aren't always recreating yourself every single day. Creating yourself takes a lot of energy, and it's very exhausting to continuously be questioning your identity, questioning what you're going to do, how you're going to eat, how this is going to happen. That's very exhausting, and it doesn't promote your mental well-being. So having a dependable routine for your diet is going to help you by clearing up a lot of time. You're going to have way more time in your day. Your mind is going to be focused on the more important things in life instead of what am I going to eat? How many calories are in that? Why should I eat this, right? When you have that already figured out, you're going to be able to get ahead. For me, I have on my fridge, I have a spreadsheet with about 5 sections on it, and I rely on that spreadsheet every day for a more dependable diet. All right, number 4. So keep track of your finances. So for me, this is really important. I have a personal budget, and I've been using this budget now for about 15 years. What it does is it tracks my income and it tracks my expenses. So I know that it's a reliable formula every single month that I can depend on. Now, we're not all fortunate to have a dependable income, and that's understandable. That's part of life too, right? Going through the ups and downs of finance and financial problems, right? But being aware of how much you are making and how much you are spending is the first step towards gaining mastery over your finances. So I recommend just busting out an Excel spreadsheet, having some columns on there, your income, your expenses, right? Food, rent, gifts, the gym. Have a spreadsheet with the columns for your expenses and with your income. Now you're going to use this every single day. You can input the data at the end of the day. That's a good strategy. Or maybe you only have time to do it once a week, where you're going to look in your bank account, you're going to see the expenses, and then you're going to see the income, and you're going to input it into your table. This is going to help you immensely, just seeing what it is that you are actually doing. So this will be the first step in budgeting, and I'm going to do a more detailed video on budgeting further down the line, so stay tuned. Number 5, so practice checking in with yourself. So life can get really busy and very stressful, right? When you don't check in with yourself, sometimes your emotions can derail your progress in life. So for example, let's say you've had a really stressful week and then you just find yourself on the phone with an ex-boyfriend, right? Now, the best thing to do is to connect these two things. Okay, so I'm having a very stressful week and now I'm talking to an ex-boyfriend on the phone, right? Obviously, you don't want to talk to your ex-boyfriend. He's an ex for a reason. You definitely want to be relying on your support group or more positive people when you're stressed out, right? So having that awareness of when am I stressed out and what are my healthy coping behaviors and what are my unhealthy coping behaviors, that's going to help you to get ahead in life, right? If you're able to self-reflect, it's going to help you immensely. So those are my 5 healthy habits for success. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click below. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.